Good morning, children. Our next topic is cyber safety. So, what is cyber safety? So, if you were right outside your home in the middle of the night in a city, would you feel safe? You probably would not, because there are many dangers. There could be someone stalking you, get fun from heckling you, try to molest you, try to rob you, etc. So, staying safe is the key here. Likewise, when we use our computer or when we are exposed to internet, then we should be safe. So, it is called cyber safety. So, the net is now different. While you are online, your net presence is visible to a lot of people. Your online friends would know for sure. So, would people who are not your friends but just observe your net presence? Let us take a real example. So, you want to chat with strangers. You log on to Yahoo Messenger and enter a chat room. So, chat room is a place where you chat. There are many people in the chat room. Some of them are really civilized and polite, but some are mischievous and are there to trouble you. So, randomly, some people approach you and ask for your name, phone number, etc. At this point of time, you should try not to reveal your real name or phone number. Your aim should be to just chat, learn about other people's views, and leave. The internet is no place to make random people as your friends. While using the internet or while browsing the web or using the social networking, let us see what are the safety measures to be taken while browsing the web or using the social networking sites. So, the chat room situation has already been held out before you. Now, a similar situation can happen in case of social networking too. It is not hard to catch someone's name in the bus, a shared auto, or right there on the internet. Once your name has been known in the minds of a criminal, a frantic search about that person and his or her details start. The person may begin by requesting a add friend request to make you friend. So he sends a add friend request in a social networking site. So you are probably inexperienced and pretty unafraid about adding someone as friend. So if you are not familiar to social networking sites and you have less experience using internet, so you will be unafraid of what are the consequences of adding someone stranger as a friend. So, but accepting the add friend request might lead to the feeding the fancies of the person with an ulterior motive. So, the behavior should be vary about who you add as a friend. So, in case of any alter thought, you can of course unfriend the person. So, Facebook provides this option, as do other social networking sites also. So, whenever we feel that the person we have added as friend is not a good person or is a mischievous one, or he can create threat to us. So we can unfriend that person. So you should not think of social networking as a new phenomenon due to the computer age. The reality is that when computers did not exist, there would still be strangers who would intend to put you in danger. You should thus be clear about who to connect to, whether in live or in any social networking sites. So in Facebook, you have the option to post an update with a set of friends rather than the entire friend list. Suppose you think that these images should be viewed by only certain list of people. So you can share your post with only a set of friends. So it is true that your net behavior can be tracked by such files as cookies or malware, virus, trojans, etc. We will discuss malware and virus in detail later in this chapter. Then cookies are generally used by websites to track user behavior and analyze the behavior to get better knowledge of how users behave and what can be done to improve. So whenever you visit some websites, suppose consider the example of our Amazon website. So whenever you visit the Amazon website and you search for watches, wristwatch, then next time when you again visit the website, Amazon website, then what happens, that website has stored a cookies in your a particular code in your computer, in your web browser, not in your computer, in your web browser. So what happens when next time when you visit that website, if for and you are searching for not for wristwatch, but you are searching for digital cameras, then what happens, because of that cookies being stored on your web browser, that website will show you some wristwatches also, because it stores a cookies on your web browser that you have an interest in wristwatch also, so it will show you a suggestion. So websites track user behavior and analyze the behavior to get better knowledge of how users behave and what can be done to improve. On a Windows PC, these are the steps required to delete cookies from the computer. So what you have to do is you have to delete the cookies from your computer. So in your Windows PC, you can delete the cookies so that the websites don't track you. So what happens? So the steps are, in the website, in the web browser like Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome, so any web browsers you can use. So here the example is given based on Internet Explorer. So in the Internet Explorer, select the safety button and then select delete browsing history. In the Internet Explorer, select safety, then delete browsing history. Then select the checkbox next to cookies. So there will be a checkbox and you have to select the checkbox in the near the cookies option. Select the preserve favorite websites data checkbox if you do not want to delete the cookies associated with websites in your favorite list. Suppose you do not want to delete cookies from certain websites, then you can select preserve favorites website data checkbox if you do not want to delete the cookies associated with your favorite list. Then select delete. So like this you can delete the cookies. Next is identity protection. We have seen how to delete the cookies associated with the website. Now next is the steps to delete cookies from your computer help to protect your privacy and for you to remain concealed. News of leakage of data from websites like LinkedIn or leakage of Indian Aadhaar data is now well known. Frankly, identity protection is not so easy. That is, we should protect our identity. That is, our personal informations that are shared on the internet should be protected. So, hackers and crackers can get into your machine and steal data about you and wreak havoc. But a few steps in the right direction can help you feel safe. To be honest, complete privacy is a sore eye for the government. So, the government officials do keep track of its citizens. But you should not intentionally give away your data so that it is up for stealth. So, whenever we share our personal data through the internet, we should check which all data should be protected and which all can be shared. So, a firewall on your machine helps to keep your machine away from hackers. If you keep the internet disconnected, it is virtually impossible to get into your computer. Keep in mind the following points to protect your identity on internet. Be very discreet when chatting with strangers or near strangers. Keep the firewall in your PC or laptop on. That is, switch on the firewall in your PC. Then do not download and install files you are not sure of. So, do not download files from unsecured websites. And you should premeditate about your dealings for the day and not get surprised and fall into trap. So, always do pre-planned dealings only. Do not be in a hurry and do surprise dealings. Then a company like Google keeps track of your search habits and show you ads in mail or search that suits your browsing habits. The information does not get leaked into the entire company and only certain specific teams have knowledge of your habits. So, we can use proper usage of passwords. We can use high quality or highly secured passwords. So, while hacking can reveal data about even secure people, the first line of defense to a secure machine is the password. So, in the hustle and bustle of the daily life, we often do not all the different passwords set for different sites like banking, email, social networking, office, and other social medias. So it becomes difficult for us to remember all these different passwords. So this information becomes considerably easier to remember if you log into all these websites often enough so that you are in practice of entering the password. So whenever we visit these websites often, then what happens, we will enter the password easily. So additionally, most websites mandate that all password set have a certain format, like having alphabets, numbers, symbols, etc. So this becomes difficult for the hackers to recognize the password. So if you have to access your mail, password recovery can be rather simple. A mail is sent to the email inbox, and opening the link will allow you to reset the password. It is usually advised not to write the password down anywhere and to just remember it. Some people, they write their passwords in backside of their notebook or inside their mobile